Imagine this. You are at a turning point in your life, filled with uncertainty. Then, out of nowhere, a book falls off a shelf, open to the exact page that answers your biggest question. Or, you hear a random conversation on the street, and one sentence stands out like it was meant for you. Maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere you go, or a specific song plays at just the right moment, as if the universe itself is whispering in your ear. It feels too perfect, too aligned to be a simple accident. Is it just coincidence? Or could it be something deeper? Carl Jung, a renowned psychologist, called this phenomenon synchronicity. Events that seem random but carry profound meaning. These moments are not just coincidences. They might be messages from the universe guiding you towards something greater. Think of them as road signs pointing you in the right direction, helping you navigate the complexities of life with more clarity and purpose. And here's the best part. You can learn how to recognize these signs, interpret their meaning, and even attract more of them into your life. Imagine being able to decode these subtle nudges from the universe and using them to make more aligned choices. In this video, you will discover how synchronicities can serve as a compass for your life's journey, helping you make better decisions and align with your true purpose. Before we begin, subscribe to Manifestation Minded for more powerful insights like this. And if this video adds value to your life, share it with your friends so we can help and motivate more people. If this message has touched your heart and you'd like to support our work in spreading this knowledge, there's a donation link in the description below. No gift is too small. Your generosity, even just a penny, can help bring guidance and inspiration to someone in need. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let's dive in. Synchronicity is when two events occur at the same time, connected not by cause and effect, but by meaning. Jung defined it as the simultaneous occurrence of meaningful coincidences. These moments feel too precise, too aligned to be mere chance, almost as if the universe is orchestrating events behind the scenes. For example, you are thinking about an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly they call you. You are struggling with an important decision, and a song on the radio gives you the exact answer you needed. You repeatedly see the same number sequence, like 1, 1, 1, 1, or 2, 2, 2, just when you are contemplating a significant life change. You have a strong feeling to take a different route home, and later you find out that there was a major accident on your usual path. These moments feel significant because they resonate deeply with what's happening in your life. It's as if an invisible force is guiding you towards something meaningful, helping you make better decisions, or even nudging you to pay closer attention to a certain path. Ancient spiritual traditions have recognized synchronicity for centuries. In Eastern philosophy, the idea of karma suggests that nothing happens by chance. Every event is interconnected with past actions and future consequences. Hermeticism teaches the law of correspondence, which states, "As within, so without." This means that our external world reflects our internal state, and synchronicities may be outward manifestations of our inner thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Even modern science, through quantum mechanics, hints at an interconnected universe, where particles influence one another despite vast distances. Some scientists believe this could explain why thoughts and energy seem to shape the reality we experience. But here's the key question. What if the universe is constantly sending you messages, but you just haven't learned how to listen? Most people dismiss synchronicities as coincidences because they are conditioned to rely only on logic and reason. However, when you start paying attention, you may realize that these so-called coincidences happen far too often and at just the right moments to be mere randomness. What if every meaningful coincidence is a whisper from the universe, nudging you toward your highest potential? What if your ability to notice these signs determines how easily you can navigate through life's challenges and opportunities? In the next section, we will explore how to recognize, interpret, and attract more of these powerful synchronicities into your life so you can unlock their full potential. Not every coincidence is a synchronicity. So, how can you tell the difference? True synchronicities carry a unique energy. They feel deeply personal and timely, as if the universe is speaking directly to you. Here are 4 key ways to distinguish between a random coincidence and a meaningful synchronicity. Emotional impact. One of the most significant indicators of synchronicity is how it makes you feel. When something happens that makes you pause, feel a rush of excitement, or even sends chills down your spine, it's often more than just chance. You might feel a deep sense of knowing, as if a puzzle piece has just clicked into place. For example, you are feeling lost about your life's direction, and out of nowhere, a stranger shares advice that answers exactly what you were struggling with. You randomly open a book, and the first sentence you read describes precisely what's on your mind. You are questioning a relationship, and you overhear someone in a cafe saying, "If it's not meant to be, you will know." If an event resonates on a deep level, that's your sign. It's likely a synchronicity, not a coincidence. Repetition. Synchronicities often repeat themselves, appearing multiple times in a short period. This could be in the form of numbers, symbols, or even words. Many people believe that angel numbers, like 1111, 222, or 333, are signals from the universe. These numbers can show up on clocks, license plates, receipts, or even random documents. Other forms of repetition include hearing the same phrase or advice multiple times from different people, seeing a specific animal repeatedly, especially one with symbolic meaning, a song playing everywhere you go, carrying a message that feels relevant to your situation. Repetition is the universe's way of ensuring you don't miss the message. If something keeps showing up, pay attention. It might be guiding you towards something important. Timing and context. Timing is everything. A random event becomes a synchronicity when it happens at the perfect moment, aligning with something significant in your life. This means the message or event directly relates to something you've been thinking about, worrying about, or seeking guidance on. For example, you are debating whether to take a new job offer, and just as you are about to decide, you receive an email with the subject line, "Take the leap." You are considering moving to a new city, and suddenly, you keep meeting people who have recently moved there. You are thinking about starting a business, and out of nowhere, a free seminar on entrepreneurship appears in your social media feed. If an event occurs at just the right time, especially when you need guidance, it's likely a synchronicity, not a mere coincidence. Unusual patterns. The universe often speaks through patterns and unexpected alignments. While logical patterns make sense in daily life, synchronistic patterns seem to defy logic. They feel too unlikely to be random. Some examples of unusual patterns. seeing a specific word or phrase multiple times in unrelated places, dreaming about something and then seeing it play out in real life, thinking about someone and they suddenly appear or reach out to you. These patterns can appear in dreams, chance encounters, symbols, or even nature. The key is to stay open and aware. When events line up in an inexplicable way, it's a sign that something greater is at work. Now that you know how to recognize synchronicities, how can you attract more of them into your life? The universe is always communicating, but most people are too distracted or skeptical to notice the signs. When you shift your awareness, align your energy, and open yourself to guidance, synchronicities start appearing more frequently. Here's how you can do that. Practice. Mindfulness. Slow down and pay attention. One of the biggest reasons people miss synchronicities is that they are too caught up in daily routines and distractions. To notice the universe's messages, you need to slow down, be present, and observe. Ways to cultivate mindfulness. Take conscious walks. Instead of rushing, pay attention to nature, conversations, and random encounters. You might overhear a phrase that answers a question you've been pondering. Limit distractions. Spend less time scrolling social media or multitasking. When you quiet the mental noise, signs become clearer. Practice deep breathing. This helps anchor you in the present moment, increasing your awareness of subtle synchronicities. Be fully engaged in conversations. Sometimes, synchronicities come through people's words, but you'll only catch them if you truly listen. When you make mindfulness a daily practice, you start noticing patterns, numbers, symbols, and conversations that were always there but went unnoticed before. Keep a synchronicity journal. Track your signs. Writing down synchronicities helps you recognize patterns and connections that might not be obvious in the moment. Over time, you may see recurring themes that reveal messages from the universe. How to keep a synchronicity journal. Record every weird coincidence. If something catches your attention, like a repeated number, phrase, or symbol, write it down. Include your thoughts and emotions. How did the synchronicity make you feel? What were you thinking about before it happened? Look for repeating themes. Over time, certain words, numbers, or experiences might keep showing up. Pay special attention to those. Review past entries. Sometimes, a sign won't make sense immediately, but looking back at your notes can reveal hidden connections. Journaling strengthens your awareness, making it easier to recognize patterns and messages in your life. Follow your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. Synchronicities and intuition go hand in hand. Your intuition is your internal compass, guiding you toward the right people, opportunities, and decisions. The more you trust it, the more synchronicities you'll attract. How to strengthen intuition. Pay attention to gut feelings. If something feels right or wrong, trust that instinct. Listen to your dreams. Many synchronicities start in the subconscious and appear as symbols in dreams before manifesting in reality. Use meditation. A quiet mind is better at sensing subtle nudges from the universe. Act on intuitive impulses. If you feel drawn to visit a certain place or reach out to someone, do it. You never know what synchronicity might unfold. By aligning with your intuition, you naturally start making choices that lead you toward more synchronicities. Set clear intentions. Ask for guidance. If you want more synchronicities, you need to invite them in. The universe responds when you ask for signs with clarity and openness. How to set intentions. ask a specific question. Before bed, write down something like, "What should be my next step?" Or, "Show me a sign if I'm on the right path." Pay attention the next day. Signs may appear in a conversation, a song lyric, a dream, or something random that stands out. Don't force the answer. The universe speaks in its own time. Stay open and trust that the message will come when needed. Use visualization. Imagine yourself surrounded by signs and guidance, reinforcing your belief that synchronicities are coming. When you actively engage with the universe, you create an energy field that attracts more meaningful coincidences. Express gratitude. The more you appreciate, the more you receive. Gratitude raises your vibration, making you more receptive to synchronicities. When you acknowledge and appreciate small signs, the universe sends you more. Ways to cultivate gratitude. Say "thank you" when a synchronicity happens. Whether it's small or life-changing, acknowledge the guidance. Keep a gratitude list. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. The more positive energy you create, the more synchronicities will flow. Celebrate small signs. Even if a synchronicity seems minor, recognize that it's part of a bigger picture. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, attracting more aligned experiences and synchronicities into your life. Many people believe that synchronicities are a reflection of your own energy field. In other words, the experiences and signs you attract are not random. They mirror your thoughts, emotions, and vibrations. The universe functions like a cosmic feedback system, responding to your internal state and bringing external events that align with your energy. What you focus on expands. The law of attraction states that whatever you focus on, you attract more of. Your dominant thoughts and emotions act like a magnet, pulling in experiences that reinforce them. If you constantly worry about money, you might start noticing financial struggles everywhere. Unexpected bills, declined transactions, or conversations about scarcity. If you focus on love and gratitude, you might notice more kindness from strangers, deeper connections with friends, and uplifting experiences. Your mind is programmed to find evidence of what you believe. This is due to a psychological principle called the reticular activating system, RAS, which filters the millions of pieces of information around you and highlights what aligns with your current mindset. Example: if you decide to buy a specific car model, you suddenly start seeing it everywhere. The cars were always there, but now your brain is tuned in. The same principle applies to synchronicities. When you align your focus, you begin to notice more meaningful connections. If you are in a state of gratitude and openness, positive synchronicities increase. Gratitude shifts your vibration to a higher frequency, making you more receptive to synchronicities. When you appreciate even small signs, you create an energetic loop that invites more of them into your life. If you doubt or ignore synchronicities, your vibration lowers and the signs become less frequent. Example: someone who expresses gratitude daily might find that they keep encountering the right opportunities and people at just the right time. Meanwhile, someone who is skeptical and dismisses synchronicities as just coincidences may find that they rarely experience these moments, or that they don't recognize them when they happen. Gratitude, exercise to attract more synchronicities. Each morning, say, "I am open to the guidance of the universe." Each evening, write down one synchronicity or positive moment that happened during the day. Acknowledge even the small signs, like hearing a song that lifts your mood, or meeting someone who shares a helpful insight. The more you practice gratitude and openness, the more the universe aligns events, people, and opportunities in ways that seem almost magical. Dr. Joe Dispenza's formula: clear thought plus strong emotion equals manifestation. Dr. Joe Dispenza, a leading researcher on the power of the mind, teaches that the key to manifestation is combining focused intention, thought, with deep feeling, emotion. A thought alone is not enough. It needs to be charged with emotion to become a powerful, energetic signal. Emotion without direction is scattered. It needs to be paired with a clear vision to attract the right experiences. Example: imagine you want to manifest financial abundance. If you just think about wealth, but don't truly feel it, your energy remains weak. If you feel desire, but constantly focus on the lack of money, you reinforce scarcity. But if you visualize yourself financially free while feeling the joy, excitement, and gratitude as if it's already real, your vibration aligns with abundance, and synchronicities start appearing to guide you toward opportunities. How to apply this to synchronicities? Get clear on what you want guidance for. Example: show me a sign if I'm on the right career path. Feel the excitement and trust that the answer is coming. Stay open and expect synchronicities through conversations, dreams, symbols, or intuitive nudges. The universe responds when your thoughts, emotions, and energy are in alignment. Raising your energy field to attract more synchronicities. Your personal energy field, or vibration, determines what types of experiences you attract. To invite more positive synchronicities, focus on practicing mindfulness. Being present increases awareness of signs. Engaging in activities that bring joy. Happiness naturally attracts positive experiences. Meditating and visualizing success. This strengthens your energy field. Surrounding yourself with uplifting people. Their energy influences yours. Let's look at real-life examples of people who experience life-changing synchronicities. Paulo Coelho and the Alchemist. Paulo Coelho had recurring signs pushing him to write The Alchemist. Before he even started, multiple synchronicities confirmed that he was meant to write this book, but he didn't immediately act on them. He kept encountering symbols of personal legends and destiny in conversations, books, and even dreams. During a trip, a stranger told him, "When you truly want something, the whole universe conspires in helping you achieve it." This exact idea became a key theme in The Alchemist. He later came across an old manuscript discussing alchemy and spiritual transformation, reinforcing the message that he needed to write the book. Despite initial resistance, the universe kept sending signs. When he finally embraced them, he wrote a book that transformed millions of lives worldwide. A Man and the Blue Butterfly. A grieving man kept seeing a blue butterfly, a symbol that had special meaning between him and his late loved one. At first, he dismissed it as a coincidence. One day, he randomly saw a painting of a blue butterfly in a cafe. Later, he turned on the TV, and the first thing he saw was a documentary on butterflies. At a critical moment, he went to a park to reflect, and a real blue butterfly landed on his hand, giving him the peace and clarity he needed to move forward. This experience reassured him that his loved one was still with him in spirit, guiding him during difficult times. Jim Carrey's $10 million check manifestation. Before becoming a famous actor, Jim Carrey was struggling financially. However, he believed in the power of intention and synchronicity. In the early 1990s, He wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered and dated it for Thanksgiving, 1995. He visualized receiving large acting roles, fully believing in the possibility. Before Thanksgiving, 1995, he landed the role in Dumb and Dumber, earning him exactly $10 million. Carey later said that his belief, combined with universal alignment, played a role in making this happen. Steve Jobs and the calligraphy class that changed the tech world. As a college dropout, Steve Jobs took a calligraphy class simply because it fascinated him. At the time, it seemed unrelated to his future. Years later, while designing the first Mac, Jobs remembered what he learned in that class. This knowledge led to the creation of beautiful fonts and typography, revolutionizing personal computing. He later described it as a meaningful coincidence. He had no idea that a random course would influence one of the greatest tech innovations ever. Jobs often talked about trusting that the dots will connect in the future, even when things don't make sense in the present. A woman and the feather sign. A woman struggling to make a major life decision prayed for a clear sign from the universe. She asked for something unmistakable, a white feather. Later that day, she walked into a bookstore, and the first book she picked up was titled The White Feather. While driving, she noticed a white feather decal on a passing car. The next morning, she stepped outside and found a real white feather on her doorstep. She took this as confirmation and made the decision she'd been hesitating on, and it turned out to be the right one. These experiences prove that the universe is always communicating with us. The key is to listen. Some signs come in small, subtle ways, like repeated numbers or recurring symbols. Others appear as major life-changing moments, guiding us toward our true path. The more you trust synchronicities, the more frequently they appear. The universe is always speaking. Are you paying attention? Synchronicities are like messages from the universe, but their meaning is not always obvious. To truly understand these signs, you must reflect on them. Here's how to decode synchronicities and apply their guidance in your life. What does this mean to me? Your first instinct is usually right. The meaning of a synchronicity is often personal. It may not make sense to others, but it resonates with you. Your subconscious mind recognizes patterns before your conscious mind does. The first thought or feeling that arises when you experience a synchronicity is often the most accurate. Don't overanalyze. Trust your gut reaction. Example: you keep seeing the number 444 everywhere, on receipts, license plates, and clocks. First instinct: it feels reassuring, like I'm being protected. Deeper meaning: in numerology, 444 is often associated with stability and divine protection. Takeaway: if you're feeling uncertain, this could be a sign that you're on the right path and being guided. Tip: if a synchronicity immediately reminds you of something or someone, that connection is important. How do I feel about it? If a message resonates strongly, take it seriously. Synchronicities often evoke strong emotions. They might give you chills, make you feel comforted, or even bring tears to your eyes. If a sign feels powerful, it's probably significant. If it feels neutral, it might just be a coincidence. If it feels unsettling, it could be a warning or a sign to rethink something. Example: you're unsure whether to accept a new job. You ask the universe for guidance, and the next day, you overhear a stranger say, "Sometimes you have to take risks to grow." If this immediately hits home, it's a strong sign. If you feel fear mixed with excitement, it might be the universe nudging you toward growth. If you feel resistance, ask yourself, are you holding yourself back out of fear? Tip: pay attention to your body's reaction to synchronicities. Goosebumps, a sudden sense of peace, or a gut feeling can all be clues. What recurring themes am I noticing? If certain numbers, animals, or words appear often, look up their meaning. Synchronicities often repeat themselves to make sure you don't miss the message. If you keep seeing the same number, word, animal, or symbol, it's not random, it's guidance. Some messages are universal, like angel numbers, while others are personal, related to your own experiences. Examples: seeing butterflies everywhere. This could symbolize transformation and personal growth. Hearing the word trust repeatedly in conversations, books, and songs. It might mean you need to trust yourself more. Noticing black cats every time you consider making a decision? In some cultures, black cats are a sign of mystery and intuition. Perhaps you need to listen to your inner wisdom. Tip: keep a synchronicity log to track recurring signs. Over time, you'll see clear patterns emerging. Am I resisting change? Sometimes, the universe gives signs, but we ignore them out of fear. One of the biggest reasons people miss synchronicities is that they don't want to accept what the signs are telling them. The universe might be nudging you toward change, but fear, doubt, or comfort zones can make you ignore the signs. If you keep seeing signs related to a big life change, it's time to face your fear and take action. Example: you're in a toxic relationship, but afraid to leave. You keep seeing the word freedom in books, billboards, and conversations. Stories of people finding happiness after ending unhealthy relationships. Songs on the radio that talk about moving on and starting fresh. If you're still hesitating, ask yourself, am I resisting change because it's not the right time? Or am I resisting because I'm afraid to take the next step? Tip: if a sign keeps appearing, but you're ignoring it, it will only get louder until you finally take action. The universe communicates in subtle but powerful ways. If you keep receiving the same signs, symbols, or messages related to a specific direction in your life, it's not random. It's a call to action. Many people hesitate when faced with synchronicities because they question whether the signs are real or just coincidences. However, synchronicities often intensify when you're at a crossroads, nudging you toward your highest potential. For example, you are unsure about changing careers, but everywhere you go, people talk about the profession you're considering. You randomly meet someone who works in that field, and a job opportunity appears unexpectedly. You are debating moving to a new city, and suddenly, the city's name pops up in conversations, books, or social media posts. You are considering ending a relationship, and you keep seeing messages about letting go, or hear stories from others about finding happiness after a breakup. When signs repeat themselves, it's time to take them seriously. If you ignore them, they will only keep appearing, sometimes more intensely, until you finally listen. Try this exercise to confirm your path. If you're unsure whether synchronicities are guiding you in the right direction, try this powerful exercise. Step 1. Write down a clear question. Your question should be specific and intentional, so the universe can provide a clear answer. Examples: am I on the right path? Should I take this new job? Is this relationship meant for me? What is my next step in life? By writing your question down, you set an intention and invite the universe to respond. Step 2. Stay open and watch for signs. For the next 3 to 7 days, pay close attention to the synchronicities around you. These may come in different forms, such as conversations. Someone unexpectedly talks about the exact topic related to your question. Books or articles. A book randomly falls off a shelf, or you come across an article with a message that resonates. Numbers. Repeating numbers like 1111, 222, or 555 often indicate alignment and change. Music or movies. Lyrics in a song or dialogue in a movie feel like a direct answer to your question. Dreams. Pay attention to any vivid dreams. They may hold symbolic meaning related to your situation. Physical signs. Animals, symbols, or repeated themes in your environment can be a response. Example: if you ask, "Should I start my own business?" and you keep hearing phrases like, "Take the leap," or "Now is the time," those are clear synchronicities encouraging you to move forward. Step 3. Trust the patterns, not just one event. A single coincidence may not be enough, but if you start noticing multiple signs pointing in the same direction, the message is clear. If the same answer keeps appearing, trust it. It's the universe aligning you with your purpose. If you feel a strong emotional reaction when a sign appears, excitement, peace, or even nervousness, that's another confirmation. If you experience resistance or doubt, ask yourself, am I afraid of change, or is my intuition telling me to wait? Example: you ask, "Should I move to New York?" And within a few days, you see the city's name in unexpected places. A friend randomly mentions an opportunity in New York. A song about New York plays on the radio. You see a license plate with NYC on it. At this point, the message is clear. You're being guided toward that path. Step 4. Take inspired action. Once you've received multiple synchronicities, it's time to act on them. If you've been receiving signs about a new job, send out applications or schedule an interview. If signs point toward starting a new project, take the first step. Write the business plan, make the call, or start learning. If your intuition and synchronicities tell you to let go of something, trust the process and make space for new opportunities. Important: you don't have to know the entire path. Just take the first step and let the universe handle the rest. Synchronicities will continue to guide you as you move forward. The universe is always communicating with you. It speaks through patterns, symbols, and unexpected alignments. These synchronicities are not coincidences. They are intentional messages meant to guide, support, and confirm that you are on the right path. But here's the key. The more open and present you are, the more signs will appear. Most people go through life distracted, doubting, or dismissing these messages as random chance. But when you start paying attention, trusting, and acting on them, you will notice that the universe is always guiding you towards something greater. How to deepen your connection to synchronicities. If you want to receive more signs and unlock higher guidance, here's what you need to do. Trust your intuition. Your inner voice is your greatest tool. If something feels significant, don't ignore it. Track your experiences. Keep a synchronicity journal. The more you document, the clearer the patterns will become. Align your energy. What you focus on expands. Stay in a state of gratitude and openness, and more synchronicities will appear. Act on the signs. The universe can guide you, but it's up to you to take action. Spread the message and support the mission. If you found value in this video, share it with your friends and family. You never know who might need to hear this message today. Together, we can help more people recognize the hidden guidance that is already present in their lives. Want to support our work? If you'd like to help us continue spreading this knowledge, consider donating using the link in the description. Your support, no matter how small, helps us create more content and reach more people. Stay connected and keep learning. For deeper insights on manifestation, synchronicities, and spiritual growth, subscribe to Manifestation Minded and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. The universe is always speaking. Are you ready to listen?